Hi everybody, it's Andrew here from Home Theatre Engineering. This is a room that we're working on at the moment. The client has an existing room and he's asked us to have a look at the acoustic arrangement in the room. Currently there's no treatment on either of the walls. He does have a 2 system, so he's got LCRs behind the screen. It's an acoustically transparent screen. He's got 3 subwoofers at the moment in the room. He's got 2 rear speakers but no left and right surrounds. They were in the ceiling but they're actually in the perfect place to use them as Atmos, so we're going to repurpose those for Atmos. They're just about 10 degrees forward of the vertical, so they're sitting up in this line here, which is precisely to Dolby specifications. And then we're going to add the left and right surrounds in exactly the right place, but there's a few tricks that we've had to apply here, so I'm just going to go through that with you. I'm going to get rid of the left wall so that we can have a better look into the room. So as you can see here, just zooming in, we've got a doorway here. Now the reflection points have been calculated in this room, and I'll just spin it around so you can see what's going on here. You can see that the first, second and third reflection points on the wall are here, and that comes from the left, center and right speakers behind the screen. So that's been calculated out, so we've captured all of those reflection points and taken into consideration the 2 primary seats, which is what the client's concerned about. So I'll just get rid of those reflection points so we can see what we're doing. But the catch here is he's actually got a cabinet which is not shown, and there's a drawer that comes out here right against the wall. So we have to have this acoustic panel cut short. So we've gone into this stepped design. These are actually the colours that the panels are going to be. They're a wine coloured panel. And I'll get rid of the guidelines so you can see what's going on here. This panel is an absorber, and then stepping down slightly from this is another absorber panel, and the same again here. This panel's a little bit odd, we'll get to it in a second. So sometimes what we'll do here when we have a door with a handle on it, we'll rotate the handle out of the way. The client doesn't want to do that, so this panel actually will be cut out in a half round, and we've had to quite accurately measure how that's going to work so that he can still reach the handle with plenty of space. So this is going to be very much a custom panel there. Then moving to the last panel, this section here is actually going to house a Triad in-wall silver 4, but it's going to be mounted on the wall, and that will make the right surround speaker. That's elevated above head height, so that there's a little bit of distance put between the listeners and the surround, so we don't get an exit door effect. And then the rest of this panel is all going to be full absorption material with an air gap behind it, so that it's broad spectrum. So this is a very quick look at what we're trying to do in this room to get it right. Now the other part of the room that we had to manage was there's some harsh bouncing going on from back to front in the wall, between the walls. So to create a nice diffuse surround field, we've opted to use DC2 or skyline type diffusers at the back here. These will actually be black, not white, and they will be located pretty much as you see it here on the drawing, at the wall behind the seats. The seats have been very carefully calculated, in fact, for base room modes. Now I haven't got a graphic to show you there, but I'm just going to put in the sweet spot so that you can see how we actually calculated out the speaker positions, and they're all quite accurate. So the left speaker's here, the right speaker's here, the center's in the middle, of course, the right surround here, left surround here, and his rear surrounds are here, and then the Atmos, obviously, as I said, sits 10 degrees forward of vertical above the listening positions for a single line of Atmos speakers, and then we've got the diffusers at the back. The surround sound field is important to be diffuse, and we don't want to overtreat the room. The reverberation time in this room is already perfect, so we don't want to add too much treatment. What we are going to do, and what we've arranged with this client here, is that once the room has been completed, we will remeasure the sound, and if necessary, if we're still not happy, then we will apply some acoustic treatment to the ceiling. But this should treat the room very, very nicely. It should give us a very well designed and controlled sound with lots of soundstage, plenty of envelopment and dynamics. Hope that's been helpful to you, and thanks for watching.